Welcome to a game between Dregs here in blue against izirayd. You can see here that we have an unusual choice for this map, hovercraft versus amphbots. So the two amphibious factories that can go on both water and land are being played on this map. Personally, I don't know. I prefer to go some more bot-like factory. I even like spiders or cloaky or shield bots on this map because it's kind of hilly. That slows down land factories a lot, like hovers a lot. And yeah, Dregs is gonna go for the amphbots, and they have some interesting choices. I wouldn't say. It's I would probably give the amphbots an advantage on this map, but it's nothing particularly strong. So it looks like izirayd is gonna make bolas. Maybe he was preparing for what do you call them? Kodachis. It has been done a lot between Dregs and izirayd that one of them go Kodachis and just raid the opponent to death. But yeah, these bolas have no trouble dealing with lone ducks. Yeah. And it looks like Dregs is already having an archer up and it's already gonna go for boys. Boys are kinda slow, it's gonna be interesting to see where he pushes with this boy. They're pretty good skirmishers though. Yeah, and he's finally gonna start moving out his commander. You can see here as a mix of wind generators and solar collectors. While izirayd, yeah, it has a bit less solar collectors. Yeah, and you can see the bolas coming in here. Oh, it's gonna get hit by that boy, that means it's basically dead. Or can it escape? No. It gets around from all sides. He missed that mechs. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna go for X-Metal Reclaim instead. Interesting. Dregs is defending this point hard. Interesting choice. There's nothing really threatening it as this point, but he doesn't know that, so... I mean, yeah, I guess this is a good position to defend in, rather than here, or here. And here looks like a big engagement. izirayd is gonna start a stinger against this. Seems a bit overkill to me. It's immobile and there's a lot of space you can try to go. Also, it's an uphill battle, so if the enemy is using boys, they're gonna get shorter range, so having a stinger here seems overkill. He's gonna try to go for this expansion instead. Yeah, but he trades one duck for one loadster, nothing special there. And here comes the boy. He should send forward his scalpels and see if he can hit them. Gets 2 ducks for the trouble. Yeah, well, 1 duck. Trying to do some raiding here, yeah, Dregs is not expanding here at all, he's not really protecting it, so yeah. And here we have an engagement, if Dregs is paying attention he could reclaim this lotus. Yeah. So we'll see how long Dregs will be able to get free metal from izirayd. Yeah, but yeah, he notices and starts building a lotus turret further back. Will Dregs notice? Well, he has some incoming units, they will deal with it eventually. He's gonna reclaim that metal extractor. Yeah, you can just turn the conch on hold position, being idle, and it will take less damage. It's an ability that's pretty strong potentially. Well, I mean, you won't be able to do anything still, so yeah. At least izirayd might be able to save his quill if he doesn't stop at this position. Yeah, he stops at that position. Yeah, and at this point, yeah, Dregs is position looking pretty good. Like he's had a metal produced and metal used and total value. Like, yeah, I think, yeah, building this stinger, for example, it hasn't done anything yet. So yeah, I think, yeah, izirayd has been a bit too defensive and not expanding fast enough. Like he's even gonna build a Stardust here, which is pretty excessive. And he's gonna try to hunt down these ducks. You don't want these ducks in your back territory, it's pretty annoying. Like, if you have them here, they're gonna prevent expansion here. Yeah. Like, yeah, you might want to consider these, like, radar positions. Like, this radar turret is kinda blocked by this terrain. You can see it can't really see down in this valley. 5, this is a close fight. He's gonna target the boy first. Now he's gonna switch to the conch. He slowed everything down basically. Very close game, very close call. But it looks like he's gonna come out just on top. So yeah, that's good for izirayd. He really needed that to like get back into the game. He's still a bit behind. But yeah, it looks like Dregs is being somewhat passive. Yeah, he's waiting for his grizzly. So yeah, that's like the mid-game choice for amphibs. It's something to go for. So yeah, how would hovers don't like the best counter they have to a grizzly is basically a lance. Like overrunning it on catching it out of position, overrunning it on this map is pretty unlikely. Maybe you could do it with like cloaked maces, maybe that's a potential. Like you cloak them all and sneak up on the grizzly so they're all in range at the same time. That's a potential thing you could do to counter grizzlies, but otherwise you mostly have to rely on like stingers and lances. Like lances are decent counter to grizzlies, but not a great choice. Yeah, and these Lotus turrets paid off for Dregs, but yeah, he's finally gonna be able to get them, and he should just run down this archer before it kills the scalpels. And he saves the scalpel. So that's nice for Dregs. I mean, izirayd. Yeah, and some ducks against defenses here. There's nothing to prevent this. And yeah, Dregs is even keeping a lobster as a supplement to defend this grizzly. He's gonna be able to throw this grizzly back if he needs to, if it gets like slowed by bolas or something, or gets low in health, or is about to be overrun. But yeah, at this point it doesn't really have anything to retreat to here, but izirayd really doesn't have anything to overrun the grizzly with either, so yeah, it's kind of fair. Yeah, and you can see, yeah, he should really have sent in these, I think. This is a lot of scalpels. Like, he can probably take out these boys if he just gets in range. It looks like izirayd is wasting some units there. Yeah, he gets kind of slowed, but he's still gonna kill off quite a bit of... Yeah, they're really bunched up as well. He's gonna get another kill, I think. Not quite. But here comes the grizzly flying from the bolas. It's gonna destroy the stinger that was about to be built. And yeah, it looks like izirayd is gonna have to retreat in face of this grizzly. This is quite a large army here, 5,000 value. Yeah. izirayd is gonna try to... This seems a bit excessive. izirayd is gonna try to push out on this position. That could work well. They're probably gonna waste their volleys on these solar collectors now. That's kinda annoying. And how is he gonna stop this position? Oh lol, is he gonna kill one of his own units? Ah yes, damages his own boy. Just half health. Yeah, and hopefully they're gonna be able to get this Lotus turret. Yeah. Like that's the thing with scalpels, they can be finicky to use. Like you might be he turned them to hold fire. Now we should put them on fire at will again, because now they're not firing at anything. Like scalpels can be finicky to use in that sense, like you have to micro their fire state and choose targets for them. Like he would probably have gotten this boy if they wouldn't have been on hold fire. So let's see here, 2 lances against 1 grizzly. Yeah, this looks like a defensible position for Dregs. I mean for izirayd. Question is when he's gonna fire. He has his lances on hold fire, and Dregs is wisely choosing to retreat. Like, does he have any intel on this position? I don't. Maybe this scout just saw his army. He's gonna hide behind this hill even. That's pretty smart. So the lances can't get to them. He must have scouted these lances with his airplane. He had a little airplane here, flying. So yeah, that was a good decision by Dregs. But these lances gonna advance forward and probably see these units. Question is, what is he gonna target izirayd? He's gonna target the grizzly. That makes it's gonna go down to another shot, and he's gonna bounce forward into this scalpel. I don't think this is a good idea. He hits this lance almost a bit. Yeah, but he can't really get. Can he get 1 lance? Can he get 2 lances? No. What will he do? Will he shoot or fire? Like, why doesn't it fire? Like, he need line of sight on this. He should just advance against this. Oh, and it almost gets the crab. And all these units are gonna be bunched up. This is gonna be a really weird fight. The grizzly gets lost. The lance goes down. So overall for the situation, I would say that was a decent outcome for Dregs. Probably a pretty even trade. Like value killed, yeah, it looks pretty even. Yeah, maybe izirayd even lost a little more there, yeah. A little more. So yeah, that was a good trade by Dregs, using the lobsters to their full ability. Yeah. And he's gonna try to abuse these cliffs. But his units are gonna get kinda cornered here, but he's very far ahead by this point. Like, his expansion has been far better, and also the value killed. And here he's throwing away his boys, which seems to work decently after all. They're not bunching up that much, so they're not taking that much extra AoE from the scalpels. And he's even escaping with the lobster. Yeah, Dregs is showing how to abuse the lobster, really. Lobster abuse. Should be banned in 0K, right? Yeah, what izirayd doesn't really have much to come with at this point. Yeah, he's just getting overwhelmed. Dregs even morphed his commander. So now he has, what does he have for modules? He has extra nanolights, so we can build stuff faster. He has 38 build power on this thing. A lightning rifle that has morphed into a shock rifle, so it's a shock rifle. Basically a sniper rifle. A field radar, and a field radar. So yeah. Yeah, and he spent how much on this? About 1,700, I think, yeah. So yeah, it looks like Dregs is gonna finish this game off with a missile silo. Like, yeah, hitting this base is gonna end the game basically. There's not much izirayd can do at this point. and the lenses get overrun. Yeah, interesting game. To see some pretty good lobster play here. GG.